Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Gearheaddaily. It is a wonderful day in April, and the weather is starting to become very nice here in Minnesota, so I'm going to be getting out and doing more car stuff. I'm getting the itch to go out into the garage and, do projects and stuff, so hopefully I got some more content for you coming really soon. I just put the tonneau cover on my truck, and I recorded that too, so I often like to say, if I've never done a job before, usually I'm the best person to show you how to do it, because I'm going to show you all the wrong ways to do it first, and then show you the right way to do it later, so that you can avoid my errors in the situation. So, as usual, at Gearhead Daily, I am Eric, and I'm here to bring you something cool, interesting, or just kind of enraging in the car world. And today, we have some news about the new Corvette and how it might be potentially be using a Porsche transaxle. So, as you are aware, and you can see behind me, a friend of mine, Andreas, by the way, if you ever get a chance to check out his work, Andreas Samgui, very nice guy, very cool guy, Porsche guy. You can tell by the two paintings. There's one of Senna and there's one of Corvette. My fanboyism really does stick with the Corvette line. I've been a huge Corvette fan my whole life. Asked Andre to do the Corvette one for me. And he did, and it was really awesome, totally sweet, and so it was a custom job, and I loved it. I love it. It's why it's sitting prominently in every single video that I make. But what's going down now is the Corvette is potentially going to be using the dual clutch Porsche transaxle, and it was a question that I had going into hearing about the mid-engine Corvette being developed, which is, what are they going to do for a transaxle? Because, as you know, the engine's going to sit in the middle, and basically you got to flip everything around as far as the transmission goes, and put in not just the transmission, but the rear end gear as well in that one unit. Okay, and as far as I know, General Motors did not have one, and sharing transmissions and other things has been pretty popular in the last couple decades or so. The one that pops off the top of my head right away is the T56. So the T56 and its other variants, the 6060 and other T56 variants, are being used in a lot of different cars. The Viper, Corvette, Camaro, Ford used it in some of their Mustangs as well, because it works. It just flat out works. So why reinvent the wheel when you've got a transmission that works pretty well? And in this case, it makes a lot of sense, because rather than developing their own and kind of going through the growing pains of having to create your own transaxle, it looks as if General Motors is going to be going to Porsche to be Porsche, excuse me, for all you pinky in the air folks who get mad at me every time I say the word Porsche instead of Porsche. Always reminds me of that scene in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where they're talking about how rich they are, and there's Carlton and his sister arguing about how to say the word Porsche or Porsche. It's pretty funny. So here's the article, basically, with some new photos, which is, I love seeing this stuff. I am so interested in this. Again, my fanboyism is really coming out. So interest and anticipation surrounding the mid-engine C8 is growing, with fans and enthusiasts are scrutinized every bit. Sure, I mean, how many times a day do you see these spy shots coming out every so often, like it's breaking down or whatever, right? So basically what they're saying is this publication, Road and Track, believes will forego a 7-speed dual clutch rumored for an 8-speed dual clutch sourced from ZF, the same supplier that does Porsche's PDK dual clutch transmissions. So so when basically somebody had leaked the options online, there was an order guide, and it showed an 8-speed gearbox. And if you start doing, reverse engineering a little bit, there's only a few on the market, which is what this article is saying, and Road and Track has figured it out. There's only a few on the market, and there's only a few that kind of make sense, and this one is the Porsche transaxle. So the 8DT is it, recently launched in a slew of Volkswagen Group. By the way, if you don't know, Volkswagen owns Audi and Lamborghini as well. So a couple mid-engine cars that they have in their lineup as well, and it's rated to handle 738 foot-pounds. Now, I did see the option list, and it only showed one engine, and people are saying, "Oh, well, it's only going to have one engine." That's unfortunate because I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the good one, right? Maybe they'll call it the ZR1. Maybe they'll call it something else. Who knows? But I'm looking forward for that 1,000 horsepower, either that twin turbo V8 that they were that was rumored, or the hybrid, so electric gas power hybrid, which would be absolutely dope. And you know it's going to be Chevrolet Corvette priced too. So yeah, it's going to be over 100 grand, but it's not going to be, you know, like stupid money like the McLaren P1 or any of that sort of stuff. So basically, torque handling ability is one of them. But the other reason runs deeper. There have been rumors that they plan to develop a hybrid version of the bin-engine Corvette, and there you go. So there it is, the hybrid version. That's what I was referring to, and they're thinking that this can handle the power. So in my opinion, that's probably the right way to go. Again, yes, all conjecture, but it makes sense. This kind of marriage of an existing transaxle that's already out there. Don't spend a lot of money on R&D. You're already spending all your time and money and energy on R&Ding a mid-engine car that you've never done before. Let's not talk about the Corvair. That's a sore spot, in my opinion. But you're spending a lot of money and time developing and testing and making sure that its performance is good. You don't have a lot of extra time to manufacturing a transaxle, which may or may not work at the end of the day. So in my opinion, this is good news. I'm totally cool if it uses an off-the-shelf part, because that means that there are going to be off-the-shelf parts just in case, if and when it breaks. So I don't know. What do you think? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to see what happens with the new Corvette. It's looking better and better every day, although I might wait a year or two to see kind of the variants, what comes out, what sort of engine combos they have. And I'm patient. I can wait for when the used market starts to come out. So anyway, I'm excited. Are you excited? This stuff is pretty cool. So drop me a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, have a good day, guys.